So you're taking a business trip. This is your opportunity to add value and to shine. So I spent 30 years or a little bit more traveling to sales meetings, internal meetings, speaking engagements, customer meetings, all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to help you today be able to plan and pack so that you can relax and be your best on your trip. We're going to cover things today like getting ready, technology, taking care of you, and we're going to have some tips at the end to make sure your trip is as great as it can be. All right, so let's get started. One of the best things that you can do to keep things simple is to try to book a direct flight. If you can, if your company travel policy doesn't allow that, or if you can't book a direct flight, that's okay. Just get in as early as you can to alleviate any nerves so that you can remedy any problems should there be any kinds of delays. One of the things that I did when I traveled, if it was not a lot of money, maybe $30 or something, was to go ahead and upgrade my seat so that I could get on maybe a little bit early, get my luggage overhead, and then also get off the plane a little bit early so that I could get to the taxi stand, the Uber, or wherever I was going. That brings me to my next point. You're going to want to be sure that you have any apps downloaded that you might need. That would include your ride-sharing apps, hotel apps in case you might be able to check in on the app. You're going to want to have any airline apps, of course, and then any apps that you would need for lounges or anything like that. Related to apps, be sure to remember ahead of time to download Netflix and any movies that you might want to watch on the ride. So to listen to those movies when you're on the plane, be sure you have the right headphones that connect to your phone and they're charged. Or if you want to watch the entertainment on the plane, be sure you've got some wired headphones just in case. One of the things you're going to want to do for technology is to make sure you've got the most powerful battery backup that you can have, not just for the plane ride, but when you're at the meeting. Because imagine that you're in a meeting or a conference center, you're not the only person who's going to be trying to charge their stuff. And then also I recommend you bring a MultiPlug. And I'll by the way, I'm linking to everything in the description to explain what I'm talking about. I'd show you, but it's already packed for a trip. It essentially allows you to plug more than one thing in, because what'll happen is if someone's taking up all the outlets, you can just say, hey, would you share with me? Plug that in, you'll be the hero, because more than one person can plug into that outlet. Keep in mind that there are a lot of scams right now. So if you're plugging in your USB, you might not want to plug into a public place. That's another great reason to make sure that you've got something like this. I also recommend you're bringing a really long charging cord, like a 10-foot cord, because if you're seated at a table in a meeting, you might need to plug into something that's behind you. Or if you're at a hotel, sometimes they don't have the USB chargers right next to the bed. And I know you're going to want your phone, so you're up nice and early in the morning from your alarm on your phone. The long charging cords make it so much easier and give you more flexibility to plug in to make sure you've got the juice to stay connected. By the way, if you're presenting, be sure that you've got any adapters that you may need to connect. You never know what they're going to have. Also, be sure you've given your presentation to a couple of people, perhaps somebody in your office and then someone who's also going to be at the show. If you're going to be looking at that presentation on the airplane, you might want to be sure that you've got a privacy screen. I sit in the aisle and I can't tell you how much interesting stuff I've read people typing. It was an accident. I tried to look away. So be sure if you need the privacy that you get a privacy screen. I'll link to one in the description, but your company may pay for one if you explain that you're going to need to be receiving and responding to important, possibly confidential emails on the plane. And of course, before you go, be sure you've backed up your computer, you've backed up your phone. Everything that you're bringing, make sure that you have a backup. One thing you could also consider is something like this. It hooks to the edges of your phone so that you can hang it around your neck when you're in the airport, for instance, and you have to set down your phone all the time, or when you're on the conference floor, because you're moving a lot and then you will just not have to worry about where your phone is as you're moving around. As you're running out the door, be sure you remember business cards and a company credit card if you need one. Also, if you need special ID for a lounge, like if you're going to an Amex lounge, be sure you've got your Amex or whatever you need with you. So it's time to get ready to pack. So what bag are you going to bring? I highly recommend to keep it simple. Bring a carry-on bag. When you bring a carry-on bag, you'll have it with you and you'll be able to get off the plane and go straight to wherever it is you're going. Here's a thought for you. If you're going to be bringing a suit or a sports coat, you could consider bringing a combination duffel bag, garment bag. I have an example here. This kind of thing is very handy. Now I will say that once you load this puppy up, it can be a little heavy, and generally they don't come with wheels unless you get a really fancy one. For your normal carry-on bag, just go for something lightweight. And then when you're packing, think lightweight clothing that isn't gonna wrinkle. I know sometimes that's not possible. In that case, make sure you bring down a wrinkle release and perhaps a little mini steamer. Be careful with hotel irons. Learn the hard way. You don't know what's on them and they can kind of mess up your stuff. So as you're packing, think layers. I have on just a little light jacket. This is great for something that's heavily air conditioned. If I was going to be in a place that'd be really cold, I do have kind of a cashmere, my go-to jacket. You could also get any kind of a blazer, just something to throw on when it's cool. I'm not going to get a lot into what kind of clothes to bring because it depends on your industry and what kind of an event you're going to. But generally speaking, I like to think of neutrals for the bottom and something that matches my shoes. Obviously, if you're going to be doing some traveling, you're going to be doing some walking. So be sure that all of your shoes are walkable, even your dinner and dress shoes. Now, when we're getting ready for dinner, especially this is for the ladies, you're not going to probably have a lot of time to get ready. There might be more of a transition into the evening rather than a chunk of time that you're going to have to get ready. So think about bringing a jacket that you can switch, some necklaces that you can switch, maybe a different way to do your hair to add a little bit of elegance without a lot of time. Speaking of hair, a couple more things for the ladies while I'm here. Be sure that you're bringing the least amount of stuff that you actually need. I have a combination straightener and curling iron that I bring for travel that's great. And then with your makeup, I try to bring just as little as possible of the wet stuff because that's what makes it hard when you're traveling. So by wet stuff, I mean by your concealer, any kind of primer that you're using, any kind of lip gloss. If your containers are larger, use something like a contact lens case to put in some of your liquids. It holds it very well and doesn't take up much space. So now let's talk about taking care of you. Be sure you stay hydrated on this trip. You're going to want lots of energy, and there's so much data out there about how dehydration is not supportive of having great energy. I would recommend bringing an empty water bottle with you in your backpack or whatever personal item you're bringing so that you can fill it on site. Be sure you're bringing hand sanitizer. And should you get a little tickle in your throat, you might want to bring just some very basic medication, something for cold symptoms, something for your stomach, and something for headache or anything like that. You might want to bring some snacks with you, perhaps some protein bars, some nuts, whatever you need to just have a little snack in case things are delayed and you're hungry. Plan for rest and sleep. You might even want to bring a little melatonin or whatever you need to just kind of take the edge off at night. Work out if you can. If you work out at home, why wouldn't you do it on the trip? That brings me to one of my last two tips that I wanted to share with you today before we go. When you're bringing your workout clothes, your casual clothes, just remember this is your personal brand. Your personal brand is essentially what people say about you behind your back. This is a great opportunity to shine and make the best impression that you can. I personally have learned the hard way. Of course, it's when I'm checking into that hotel in my sweats or I'm working out with no makeup and my husband's old t-shirt that I run into the CEO of the company that I'm supposed to be meeting with. So along those lines, just remember when you're traveling, always prepare to be on. And then lastly, to take care of you, I like to bring a little bag with me that I carry onto the plane, and then I take it into the conference show, into the meeting, and it has everything that I might need, whether it be Kleenexes, lip balm, lipstick, a small mirror, Band-Aids, breath mints, sunglasses, whatever it is you think you might need. Have that with you so that you're ready for whatever comes ahead. I hope this has been helpful. Be sure to like and subscribe. Have a wonderful and safe trip. Bye.